Hello, and for our next CrowdProperty.com funding opportunity, we're going down to Kent, and this is 1 to 7 The Mill, Homewood, Ashford Road, St Michael's, Tenterden, TN30 6BT. Now, CrowdProperty is a peer-to-peer lending platform designed to facilitate loans between private individuals and professional property businesses. CrowdProperty is authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority under permission number 723959. CrowdProperty is not covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. There are risks with any loans you make, and just like all peer-to-peer lending, your capital is at risk. CrowdProperty endeavours to protect all lenders. This is done by registering the legal first charge against the property project. This means in the very unlikely event a borrower defaults on the loan, CrowdProperty will be able to take ownership of the project and manage it for the lenders. Now, the borrower is Churchview Estates Limited, the company number 11590-190. They incorporated in September 2018. It's an SPV that has one director and shareholder, and that's Michael Carter, or Mike as we call him. He's with me here on this webinar. Welcome along, Mike. Tell us a little bit more about you and your background.
I've been in the building trade now since 1980. I got a national diploma in building back in 1980 and went on to work in the construction industry, doing some quite big projects, main head post offices, and started building houses in 1990. I'm quantity surveyor trained, so I've got a fairly astute financial outlook on the construction industry.
So let's have a look then at this project in closer detail. And it's a development exit loan facility that CrowdProperty is offering of £1.25 million on a 7-unit block of flats that's near complete, allowing time for the sale and refinance. This is a single phase raise, and the loan is for up to 12 months. Interest is going to be rolled up and paid at the exit, and interest is paid at the equivalent rate of 7.5% per annum. Let's start off then by finding out about the local area of Tenterden.
Very much known now for its wine growing and the famous Chapel Down brand. This is established in the lovely Georgian High Street that we have here, and surrounded by the beautiful open farmlands that surround Tenterden and on the Kent-Sussex borders here. We also have famous towns, almost famous for the Kent and Sussex Steam Railway, which has been operating in the town for, well, since it came back. It's probably been about 50 years now since it was closed down under the beaching times of the railway closures. But yeah, it's a lovely, lovely town. One of the luckiest high streets in the country, I would imagine, in that with hardly any shop closures and having a beautiful town centre to work within, and 8 or 9 miles from the coast down at Rye, and the Kent coast and the Sussex coast are all very within easily reachable distance. So it's a beautiful place to live and work.
Planning permission was granted by Ashford Borough Council. That's to build a block of flats comprising 7 1- and 2-bedroom units. The reference is 19/00715/AS. The building is of timber frame construction with part brick and part weather boarded elevations set beneath a pitched tarred roof with white double glazed windows. There's parking to the front with the intention to retain the existing gates on the service road, which will create a gated style property. The site area is about 0.19 hectares, with the final development having a gross internal floor area of around 6,600 square feet. There's good demand for high quality flats in this location. The project will be first charge secured, and the exit strategy is to sell 4 of the units on the open market on completion of the works and then retain the remaining 3 units. So there's the location plan. Then we heard Mike telling us that it's on the Kent-Sussex border. So we're down in the southeast of the country. On the right-hand side, you can see where we are in relation to the town of Tenterden. And the site located less than a mile from Tenterden town centre. It's an attractive and affluent market town. Many amenities nearby as well. The area is best known for its wide high street lined with weatherboarded buildings, Georgian, Jacobean and Victorian shops, with many buildings dating back to the 18th century. There's the site plan. This is how it's going to be laid out on this site. How did you come across this project then, Mike?
I came across this project because I work in the community down in Tenterden, and I work closely with the school. And I saw a piece of land that it cleared just a little tiny piece of land, and I went to them and approached them about this piece of land. It had been cut off by the access road that they took into the school, and we got it valued up. I took an option on that piece of land, and we went forward and got the planning permission successfully through Ashford Borough Council.
Now on the right, we've got a computer generated image of what it will look like when it's finished, but you have started work on the site. There it is on the left hand side. What are we looking at here?
We're looking at the weatherboarded elevations under the slate roof and the traditional brick frontage to it. It's trying to mimic the old mills of the area that were built through Tenterden and the whole of the southeast, basically. And there's some famous mill ponds just half a mile up the road, and we're trying to just take that local vernacular, and we've got our lake at the back of our development here, which the flats overlook, and gives a beautiful aspect to it with the trees and the ecology sitting within that site.
And on the right hand side, we've got the school gates. I understand those have been moved now.
These gates will be moved down to beyond our site, so it provides the protection for the school. We may well introduce some not quite so dominant gates in there, just to give it a private gated estate for it. So these gates will move back, and there's a new set of more appropriate gates going on the front there to provide the gated community.
Let's take a look at the floor plans then, and we've got 3 floors, ground, first and second. Talk us through the layout.
You come in through the front entranceway into the stair coreway and turn right into a double bedroomed 75 square metre apartment, which provides excellent size and ratios for the bedrooms. They're all of good sizes, and the kitchens and the bath sitting rooms are all very, very comfortable sizes. This grosses up to around about 800 square foot. The ground floor have access to the gardens, and then you go up to the next floors up, which just get the views out across the lakes, and then up to the top floor, where you're up in the top of the trees, basically, and it's a lovely view out through there, looking out across the Kentish Weald of Kent.
And we're looking at the elevations as well. There's the front elevations. Was it relatively straightforward to build?
But it's a very good design, actually. Our architects did an excellent job. It's very square, it's very spacious, and all the trades have commented how easily it is to work within it. And we've tried to mimic the barn doors on that front elevation you just saw there, and the rear elevations are white weatherboarding with the red brickwork, which is the local vernacular around the Tenterden area.
They've worked on other projects as well. I've got a case study here for a project in Hythe. What did you do on this one, Mike?
This is built on the cliffs in Hythe. We built this a couple of years ago. It's effectively an eco house. We built it to such a standard of insulation, but we didn't put the triple glazing and things like that in. But it's got underfloor heating, air source heat pumps, and this kind of thing. It was built on the cliffs. It's got it's a very specialist way of building there. It's got a latch gate condition, which means you have to build it on an inverted raft in case there's a little bit of movement on here. But yeah, these came out very well. They're about 2,000 square foot, and we're very pleased with the way they looked. And you can see this particular unit has got a flat roof on the top of it, which has got a decking area that you can look out to France on a clear day.
So returning back to this project at Tenterden, this is a single phase raised facility totaling £1.25 million. Interest is going to be rolled up and paid at the exit. Rick's verified the current market value to be £1.8 million. The initial gross day one drawdown will be £1.25 million. That means an initial loan to value of 69.4%. Rick's have verified the GDV to be £1.97 million. The exit to the gross development value excluding interest, 63.5%, and including the interest, 69.7%. It's a maximum loan period of up to 12 months. The exit strategy is to sell 4 of the units on the open market, refinance and retain the other 3, and lenders are going to be receiving 7.5% per annum interest. Who do you hope to be selling those 4 units onto, Mike?
One would hope that we'd be selling these on to the young professionals and the people wanting to downsize and retire. We're very close to the St Pancras link into London, which is serviced by the Eurostar link going up through into London, and also the route into Charing Cross through the next town up, which is Headcorn on the Charing Cross line. So I believe, yeah, young professionals and people retiring, and hopefully some of the teachers from the school even looking to take on these units. They're very well priced for the town, probably some of the lowest prices within the town, which is actually enjoying as much of the country as a booming property market at the present time.
Security will be first charge against the property title. So your next steps then are to make sure that you understand the loan. Please carry out your own due diligence and decide how much you would like to lend. CrowdProperty.com is the place to be to pledge on launch. The necessary anti-money laundering checks will be carried out, and then you'll be invited to send your funds to your own online e-wallet, and you'll start earning interest on completion of the loan agreement. So this is a development exit loan of £1.25 million, paying interest at the equivalent rate per annum of 7.25% for a project at 1 to 7 The Mill, Homewood, Ashford Road near St Michael's in Tenterden, TN30 6BT. Thank you for watching this CrowdProperty.com funding opportunity. We look forward to you joining us again soon for more opportunities back here at CrowdProperty.com.